hit when you combine hundreds of pumped-up fans, dancing stilt walkers, and battling gladiators? Welcome to the Senegalese Super Bowl. It's called lamb wrestling. The name comes from the Wolof word for fight.
So this is similar to wrestling like you would see in high school or in college. The only difference is they actually throw punches.
The object of the game is to pin the shoulders of your opponent. And if you blink, you just might miss it. If you thought those last guys were big, they were just the warm-up. These are the heavyweights. Everything is bigger with these guys. The muscles and the mind games. Traditionally, this sport was a way for men to prove their manliness, bring honor to their villages, and even a way to impress the ladies. These two are tonight's top billing. Evenly matched, these giants go toe to toe. From the mighty power of lamb wrestling, I'm heading back to the ultimate political power of this country. Because President Wade has invited me to join him for an important appointment. This time to Goree Island, located 1 mile southeast off the coast of Dakar. And today, we're getting there in style.
It's always a logistical nightmare when the president goes anywhere. You can see a multitude of vehicles. You have his principal vehicle, you have a motorcycle, you have a security detail, you have a comm vehicle, there's an ambulance, and all those trucks in the back there, that's the security. You don't want to mess with them. So now the president, once he gets in the car, it moves quickly, so we got to hurry up and get into our vehicle. This is definitely the most unique way to see Dakar. A presidential motorcade, president just on our heels.
As we rush through the streets of Dakar, there's something important I want to show you.
When the United States of America was attacked on September 11, 2001, President Wade said it was a moment of great sadness. And as a result, he and his countrymen built these two statues in solidarity with the United States suffering.
Senegal-America relations have been and remain strong. In fact, it's hard to find any adversary to Senegal. President Wade straddles the divide between North and South and East and West, a credit to him and his country. And I'm about to experience more of this character on nearby Goree Island. You can get there by public ferry, but when you're with the president, you do it differently. This is a much nicer way to go to Goree Island. Hitching a ride with the president. I'm noticing that wherever I go with the president, people are pleased to see him.
It's amazing to see how his countrymen love him.
The island is just 45 acres across. It's home to about 1,200 year-round residents. As I'm about to find out, there's a rich history here on Goree. But first, we need to get to the president's appointment. We've arrived at a boarding school. It's pretty clear how much he respects education. In fact, we're here to announce funding for building preservation and scholarships.
De donner au prix au latin, eh bien aux deux premiers prix de latin aussi. Alors,
it's a big day for the school and Goree Island. The president knows well these students are the future of Senegal. But there's also an extraordinary past here. Goree was the first European settlement in West Africa in 1446. Those old days are still echoed in these colonial buildings. During that time, the island became a major gateway for the slave trade. A museum reminds us of what humans can do to each other.
Mr. President, Your Excellencies, I would like to welcome you in the slave house. The famous slave house of Goree Island. And this house of slaves has been built in 1776.
The president knows the story well, but for me to see it up close is a real eye-opener.
As you can see, it is very small because this cell is 2 meters 60 by 2 meters 60. But inside, they put 15 to 20 men. They were sitting down and along the wall, back against the wall, shackles in the neck and the arms. The capacity of the slave house was between 150 to 200 people, including children.
It's hard to imagine so many people crammed into this small place, with nothing to look forward to but a voyage full of disease and a future in bondage. This is the door of no return. The place where souls would last set foot in Africa.
What do you think about when you stand at this spot and think about the slave ships leaving here?
and we want the old generation be able to come here and to see what about in the past. We can forgive, but not forget.